Hello everyone, welcome back to Skillify. Today we'll be looking at what is VBA, how it is associated with Excel, what are the uses, how we can utilize the VBA. Okay, so this is not the part of the normal series. Basically, this is not something the basic. This is not the basic part, right? To reach to this particular portion, you need to first understand all the working of the Excel and all those things. So for that, we have a complete list about the Excel beginner as well as the advanced course. Just check out that. Now, what VBA is actually, so VBA stands for Visual Basics of Applications. So it is a programming language. You need to program. If you are someone belong to a technical background who is watching this video, it will be easy for you to understand what a programming language is. But still, it's not something very hard to learn. Okay, so it is a pretty basic thing. Okay, so now this is a programming language. So basically, this is built into the Microsoft Office apps. For example, right now we have that in Microsoft Excel, we have that in PowerPoint, we have that in Outlook. So all these applications have that VBA functionalities. Okay, so why we use VBA? It's like to a lot of things are there. The main concern is to automate something. Okay, so you are automating a function, you are creating your own function. So that thing will take an example to understand that. Okay, now to activate VBA, basically to access the VBA, so it is there will be a separate window for that. So you need a developer tab in your home screen. You should be having a developer tab. In case you are not having the developer tab, usually we don't have initially when we install the uh, Excel. To get that, what you need to do is just right click on any of your tab, okay, and go to the customize ribbon. When a window will be pop up in front of you, look at the right hand side. When you scroll down, you'll be having all the tabs over here, and in your case your developer tab will be unselected. So just select it and press on OK, and then developer tab will appear in the on your screen. Okay, so now to get the visual basics, all you need to do is go to the developer tab, and the very first option you have the visual basics. So click on it, and what will happen is simple. A window will pop up in front of you. So over here you have all the sheets and all those things, right? We can increase or decrease the size of this area, but nothing is needed, right? Now see, usually when we like by mistake or something, this is pretty basic interface. Again, if someone who is belonging to the programming background and all, it's easy for you to understand. Basically your file is there. If you need to add it something, so in this area we actually write the code, we do the program, right? We write the program, we do run that thing. So, and this area, this is the basically all the details of your sheets and all. So we need to add a module over here, right? Just this click on this one, and one second, sorry. Yes, so over here, so if you see that I have installed, I have added a module over here. If I click on it, that module is basically something, in case you lost your sheet and all, the module will be there. Okay, so in which you will be writing the code. Now it is a separate window with that file on which you have opened the Microsoft, basically, sorry, your Visual Basics. Okay, if I go back to the Visual Basics. Okay, now let's take an example how we can utilize the Visual Basics. Now, my main concern is simple. Let's say right now I have a data in which I have price of any product. I have the quantity of that. I need to calculate the revenue. One way to do it is simple, is equal to, you are just multiplying them together. This one, and you are putting the multiply sign, and you are putting this, and you are doing just enter, and you'll be getting the output, right? This is the pretty simple way to do it. But see, there are some scenarios, not all the time, when you are using something again and again. So using function is more important. For example, if I have to perform sum, for that I have the sum function, right? This way, let's say if I want to create a revenue function, is it possible to do it? So that is something we can do by the help of VBA. So let's go back to that window. Okay, and the shortcut to get that window back is simple. Let's say, for example, you are right now on this screen. All you need to press is Alt F11. Okay, so Alt F11 will be actually will opening the Microsoft Visual Basics in front of you. Okay, so now the screen, and I need to just define a function over here. Okay, so simple, pretty simple. Again, that programming background will help you. So very first thing is you need to give it a name to a function. Just type the function. Okay. So function is there. Now I need to give it a name. That is right now I'm giving it as a discount or something. Okay. And then what are the parameters when you want to execute this function? Okay. Now, okay. So my parameters are quantity. Another parameter is price. Just close the bracket. Function defined. When you hit enter, one line is added, that is end function. Now inside these two lines, whatever functionality you want to perform, you can do it. Now I need to define a function, a condition basically. So what that condition is, I can just do is, if function is there, right? If the quantity, if my quantity is, let's say, is quantity should be greater than 25 in order to provide any discount to someone. This is the criteria right now. So I'm saying that if my quantity is more than 25, then what I want to do is simple. Now that particular thing with what you want to perform, what you want your function to perform, right? So I want to give it a discount, and that will be is equal to what? Now see, uh, actually how the things work. For example, when you are using the sum function, you need to give some parameters, right? We usually get the parameters inside those functions. So in that scenario, you have to do these things, like you have to provide the values one by one. So those are the parameters. So for the discount, how it will be calculating the discount is simple. You have to type the quantity, right? Quantity will be getting multiplied to the price, and on that particular thing, I want to provide the 0.3% of discount. That is the 30% discount. If this scenario is true, then give it the, basically, if this condition, if quantity is more than 25, just this condition should be executed. Another thing I have is, if this condition is not working, just else function is there. If else function is very famous. So I want my discount to be 0. If this condition is not true, discount should be 0, right? And now I need to end the if function, and the if function, and that's all, right? Done for this one. What I have to do now, just go back to the other slide, basically, on which we have the VBA screen. Now I need to check out is equal to, do we have the, basically this should not be revenue. First of all, this is the, I want to check out what is the discount I'm providing. Okay. Now what is my requirement is equal to the function which I have created as discount. Can you see that the discount is appearing over here? So just go down, click on the tab key, function is open for you. Now see, in case you are not able to understand, like basically what are the requirements you have, right? What are the functions you, if you not remember how to put that function over here, so you need to just press I think Control Shift A, and then Control Shift A will show you the parameters. Okay, I will explain it by the help of the other function. Okay, so now first thing is quantity. So quantity is this one, right? Comma. Again, you need to put the comma. Okay, and you can delete this price from here. And second value you can just have is the price, right? And hit enter. Discount is 0 because the quantity is not more than 25. That was the condition to provide the discount. If I drop it down, so only three values, 44, 42, 40, or 33 are the three values which are more than 25. So I'm providing some discount on that. Okay, so see, whenever you implement a function, for example, you are implementing some function, hitting tab key. Now these parameters are appearing. You need to find out the number one, number two, number three, this way, right? Same thing when you are just creating your own function. So right now what we have done, we have created our own function as discount, right? So we have provided some criteria, we have written some code, right? We have wrote some code. So in that scenario, there are some parameters you need to provide. If I go back to my sheet, okay, so these are the two parameters which you need to provide. So if you look at properly, this discount and these two parameters is nothing but your main function, how this function will be working in the main sheet. So this is the main uses of VBA. There are a lot of things are there. Okay, so if I come back to another area, let's say, have you ever noticed when I type something, for example, let's say, So I need to adjust the width of my cell manually, right? I need to do it manually. So can I put some code, or can I just make it accessible for me to just put something in my VBA code or something in the backend so that this width will be auto adjusted? For example, when I will be typing my text and that width is getting auto adjusted instead of doing it manually, right? So for that, what you can do is simple: right click on your sheet and you'll see this view code. Click on this view code and it will show you and screen on in front of you. So right now this is in the general mode, the coding one. So just make it to the worksheet. Okay, now this thing is default one. All you need to type is simple. Some few things are there. Cells dot entire column. So this is there. Just hit the tab key, column, then comma, auto fit. Okay, that's all. Tab key. That's all you need to do. Just close this window. You can close this window also. If you come back over here, now again, if I type the same thing, okay, and I click somewhere else, now see this width is getting auto adjusted. I don't have to move to this section and double click on in order to adjust it, right? Let me just show you again. So now my text is going outside. When I press enter, now this width of this column will be auto adjusted. Okay, so these are some few things we can. This is the just the demo part of that. So there are a lot of things you can do by the help of VBA. Yeah, so that's all about the VBA. We'll cover some other topics relatable to this automation part. Okay, till then, take care of yourself and just hit the like button. Share our videos as much as possible. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your support.